Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder. It's our First NBC Bank weekend preview brought to you by First NBC Bank with 35 locations throughout southeast Louisiana and into the Florida Panhandle. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. Some big national stories, not the least of which is Carolina Panthers, maybe the best defensive back in the NFL, cast aside. He's going to go somewhere else. Josh Norman had the franchise tag rescinded, and the Panthers making a statement saying, we just can't afford him. It's that simple. Shocking move.
It is, and you got to wonder if there's more to this story than what we see at the surface, because shutdown corners are like quarterbacks, left tackles, pass rushers. There's only so many of them out there, and they're valuable, and you need to have them. Josh Norman was almost as big a reason as Cam Newton that the Panthers went to the Super Bowl last year. And you know, in my mind, like I say, there's got to be something deeper beneath the surface. You give this time to work it out. Why do you let a guy, just walk in this situation and rescinding a franchise tag, making him an unrestricted free agent when, maybe he signs the tag, and if you're not happy, maybe you trade him and get something for him. But and in the end, I guess we will find out what the real story is, and if he's on the market, who knows where he lands. Hopefully not someone the Saints have to play twice a year anymore.
Yeah, it's a bidding war for sure because he is a young player who may even get better. So that's special. The other big news, of course, the gigantic trade the Eagles and the Browns made, which could have a ripple effect because of the quarterback scenario, because now you have the two teams drafting first and second that undoubtedly are going to take quarterbacks.
Yeah, and what it guarantees now is two quarterbacks will be off the board when the Saints pick at 12, assuming the Saints stay in the 12th spot. By the way, the NFL draft first round 1 week from tonight, Thursday the 28th. And what that does is maybe two quarterbacks would not have been gone by 12. Maybe somebody would have fallen. Although quarterbacks, again, you reach for those guys because you've got to have one. There are no more days, I think, of Trent Dilfer types winning a Super Bowl. Although some would have mentioned to me, hey, what did Peyton Manning do last year? So he was basically a game manager by year's end. So it's you got to take that chance, and that is why the Rams reached giving up a bunch of picks to get to 1. It's why the Eagles reached giving up a bunch of picks to get to 2. Look, Tennessee and Cleveland have a lot of needs out there. A quarterback, Tennessee's got their quarterback. Cleveland maybe doesn't have their quarterback, but they've got a lot more needs, and the picks would probably do them some good. And who knows, maybe they still get somebody at 8. Maybe they take that third quarterback. Maybe it's Paxton Lynch at number 8.
Basketball NBA playoffs continue. Of course, you can follow that. It's going to be more interesting as time progresses, without question. College baseball, LSU this weekend. Another big series, this time at home against Mississippi State, a team that's nationally ranked, but a team that got swept by A&M last weekend.
Yeah, still 2 top 10 teams, and it should be pretty entertaining. And look, tip of the cap to Eddie Furness, who gets his number retired Friday night before the series opener. Well-deserved honor. Was a great player for LSU in the 90s. It's not an honor that they throw around lightly at LSU, like some franchises or some schools will make frequently retired numbers. They've done it 10 times in the history of LSU athletics in all sports, so he will be number 10.
Indeed. Zephyrs, a little bit of a win streak, come home, and Iowa apparently was the elixir. They continue their homestand, and good to see them on an upswing.
Yeah, home through Friday night. Interesting. I see they're doing a crawfish boil Friday night at the ballpark. Something new. That's one thing. You touched on it. Look, opening weekend didn't draw results, didn't draw the crowds that you'd expect to see out of opening weekend. But it's a long season, and I think they are doing some things a little bit different, a little bit out of the box. One of the things when I talked to Cookie Rojas at Media Day a couple of weeks ago was the fact that they were trying to create a little higher end experience. People who wanted that maybe go sit in suites and watch the game, go down and get preferential seating for fireworks on Friday night. Something, create that opportunity. It's something you just can't always buy, so to speak. And they're at least on the field now, got a little winning streak going to go with it.
They do indeed. High school baseball and the brackets for the playoffs to be released this weekend. People still jockeying for position and a lot still to be determined there. The softball playoffs continuing. And, of course, the First NBC Prep Showcase will continue online at SportsNOLA.com.
Right. We've got one more game for you to see on TV. A terrific game. Watch it Saturday at noon on WHNO between Newman and Chalmette. That will cap off our First NBC Bank Prep Showcase TV web package for the year, but we are not done bringing you high school sports at SportsNOLA.com beginning on Saturday. We got a second round Class 2A matchup, 8 against 9, Mangum against St. Charles Catholic. By the way, St. Charles Catholic has got some off-the-charts offensive numbers. Only twice this year have they won it, and they're 23-3. Only twice this year have they won a game scoring less than 10 runs. So maybe a few runs scored on Saturday.
Should be fun. We look forward to it. And, of course, we're just ahead of the Zurich Classic, which gets underway with a Pro-Am on Monday, another Pro-Am on Wednesday, and the actual tournament starting next Thursday with a pretty good field and some prominent names.
Yeah, we'll get the final field this weekend once they have, I believe, until Friday afternoon to actually commit to playing the tournament, and then the field gets filled out accordingly, as it were. So be interesting to see, but certainly you've got no fewer than 3 top 10 players in the world, and who knows, maybe some late surprises here. We get a couple more sneak into that mix.
Otherwise, if you're going to Jazz Fest, have a great time. Be careful, and be careful where you park. That's my message. Have a good one. Lenny, have a great weekend.
We'll see you Monday.
That's our First NBC Bank weekend preview, brought to you by First NBC Bank, with 35 locations throughout the New Orleans area and beyond. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNOLA.com. He's Lenny. I'm Kenny. Have a great week, and God bless you.